Hi, my submission code is FC04CE, and I'm giving the course challenge. I'm taking the course challenge for pre-algebra. So, yeah, let's do this. Okay, the first question is each square in the grid is a unit square with an area of 1 square foot. So basically, one of each of these squares is has an area of 1 square foot. This means that each side is 1 unit, 1 foot long, because 1 times 1 is 1 square. That's the area of the square. What is the area of the figure? So this blue part, that's the figure. We have to find the area of this figure. Okay, let's break it down. So this figure has a couple of squares, but also some triangles. And if you can look at these triangles, they are half the size of the square. They cut this diagonal cuts this square into two triangles, and that's what we're going to use to find the area of this each of these triangles. So let's count the squares first. That's the easy part. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7, 8, 9, 10, and then 11 and 12. So we have 12 full squares. I'm going to write down 12. Now let's see how many triangles we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 triangles, and each triangle has half the area of the square, which I'll put half with 6. So 6 times half, that's 3. So all the triangles combined add up to an area of 3 square foot, and all the squares combined add up to an area of 12 square foot. So 3 plus 12 will give me 15. That's going to be my area of the figure. Okay, let's do more. The graph below shows the number of dogs that came into puppy party place each weekday. Okay, so we have a bar chart: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and number of dogs. I think Friday had the highest, and Monday and Wednesday had the lowest number of dogs. Fill in the blanks. On which day did the same number of dogs come to puppy place as on Monday and Wednesday combined? Awesome. So not Monday, not Wednesday, but Monday and Wednesday combined. Let's see how many we have for Monday. We have 80. Wednesday 80. 80 plus 80 is 160. So I'm going to find which day corresponds to 160. I think it's Tuesday. That's going to be my answer. Let's move ahead. It takes 16 minutes for 9 people to paint. Okay, this is. It takes 16 minutes for 9 people to paint 8 walls. How many minutes does it take it take 4 people to paint 6 walls? Very confusing at first, but let's break it down. 16 minutes for 9 people to paint 8 walls. So 9 people, I'm assuming that each person is painting the same amount of wall per minute. As in, if I replace if I add one more person, it's going to basically add in that same proportion. 16 minutes for 9 people to paint 8 walls. Okay, so how many total minutes do we have? We have 16 minutes times 9 people. So if I count the number of wall painting minutes, how many time how many minutes did the walls uh, were the walls painted? So 16 times 9, that's 144. So we are looking at 144 minutes of wall painting here. And how many walls did we get done? We got 8 walls done. So this means it's simplified. This means it takes 144 minutes to paint 8 walls. Now let's see how many minutes does it take to paint just one wall. So 144 divided by 8, that's going to be I'll break 144 down back to 16 times 9. So 16 times 9 by 8, that's 2. 16 by 8 is 2. 2 times 9 is 18. That's 18 minutes. So what I get is it takes 18 minutes to paint one wall. Awesome. I'll do it again if it's confusing. It takes 16 minutes for 9 people to paint 8 walls. So I'm saying how many total minutes of wall painting did we have? So 16 minutes for one person, 32 minutes for two, and so on. 16 times 9, which is 144 minutes to paint for all these 9 folks. Now, using these 144 minutes of wall painting, we painted 8 walls. So this means it took us one wall takes 18 minutes. 144 by 9. Awesome. The question is simplified. It takes 18 minutes to paint one wall. Now, how many walls do we want to paint? How many minutes does it take to 4 people to paint 6 walls? Okay, so 6 walls. We want 6 walls painted. One wall takes 18 minutes. So 18 times 6, that's the number of minutes that we are looking for. 18 times 6 is, I'm just calculating because why not? 8 times 6 is 24. 4 to carry over. 6 plus 2 is 8. It takes 84 minutes. So we need 84 minutes of wall painting. How many minutes does it take 4 people? So if we have 4 people, each of these 4 folks should be painting for 84 by 4, which is 21 minutes. That's going to be my answer. It's going to take 21 minutes for 4 people to paint 6 walls. Oh, I made a mistake. Let's do it again. How many minutes does it take 4 people to paint 6 walls? Where did I go wrong? It takes 16 minutes for 9 people to paint 8 walls. 16 minutes for 9 people. So 16 times 9. Was there a calculation mistake? 6 times 9 is 54. 4, 5 carry over. 9 times 1 is 9. 144. 144 minutes to paint 8 walls. Let's divide by 8. We have, oh, that's where the problem is. 144 by 8 is not 18. Okay, so that's actually 8 times, oh no, it is 1 and 8. It is 80 minutes. Hold on. 80 minutes to paint one wall. We want 6 walls. 18 times 6 is 24. 4 2 carry over 6 7 8. 84 minutes. And how many minutes does it take 4 people? By 4, it should be 21 minutes. Okay, let me see the hint. First, calculate how long it will take one person to paint one wall. It will take 1/8 of the time. So it will take 2 minutes for 9 people to paint one wall. 80 minutes. Yeah, there we have 80 minutes. So the number of minutes it will take for one person to paint 6 walls is 18 times 6. 18 times 6. That's where I'm making a mistake. 18 times 6 is 4. Oh, 8. 4 carry over. I'm using 8. What the mistake that I'm making is 18 times 6. In 18 times 6, 8 times 6, I'm counting it as 24. My bad. 8 times 6 is 48. 8, 4 carry over. 6 is, so 108 minutes. That's the amount we need. And 108 by, let's do it from here. 108 by how many people? 4. So dividing this by 4, we'll get 2. 2 minutes, 27 minutes. The answer should be 27 minutes. On my mistake. Keep up the great persistence. Moving on. Which value of f makes 3f plus 5 is 32? A true statement. Okay, so we are solving a linear equation. If I subtract 5 from both sides, I'll get 3f equals 27. I divide both sides by 3, I get f equals to 9. I think my answer is 9. Okay, rough start, but we're moving. Remove all perfect squares from inside the square root. We have to simplify. Square root of 28. So 28 is 4 times 7. And 4 is a perfect square. 4 is 2 times 2. So 2 moves out. 2 and 7 stays in. 2 square root 7. 2 times root. Okay, root. We have a sign for it. Root 7. Yep. What happens to the value of the expression 150 minus j as j decreases? Okay, good one. So I'm going to take some examples here. 150 minus j. Suppose j is 100. We have 150 minus 100. We get 50. Suppose we decrease j. Suppose we move j from 100 to 50. 150 minus 50 will give me 100. Oh, the final value actually increased. Which makes sense because j is something that we are reducing from 150. J is something that's taken out. Imagine it like this: you have 150 candies, and you have a friend who wants j candies. So if that friend wants less, you have to give him less candies, and you'll have more of them with you. So your number will increase. The less and less your friend wants, the more and more you'll have for yourself. So it increases. I hope it makes sense. Multiply. So we have a mixed fraction times 2. 1 5 by 12. So let's convert this mixed fraction to an improper fraction and then multiply it by 2. Improper fraction. 1 times 12 is 12 plus 5 is 17. So 17 by 12 is my fraction times 2. So I'm going to cancel 2 from the numerator and denominator. We'll get 17 by 6. That's my answer. 17 by 6. Yep. Which relationship have the same constant of proportionality between y and x as the following graph? Constant of proportionality. That's basically y equals to kx, where k is the constant of proportionality. So let me first write the equation that we have on the graph. Let's find out the k first. So to do that, let me put some points. I think this is in this passes through origin. This so if we have 2 as x, if I put in x as 2, I get 6 as y. So it's basically tripling it. It's tripling the value. If we have 1, the answer should be 3. Yeah. For x equals to 1, the answer is 3. So the constant of proportionality in this case is 3. Y equals to 3x. Okay, choose two answers. We have 4 different cases, and we're figuring out where the constant of proportionality is 3. B is not right because here the constant of proportionality is 1/3. So we are reducing the value. If you put in 3, you don't get 9, you get 1. If you put in 1, you get 1/3. So B is out. A is also out because A and B are identical. If you divide both sides by 3, you get B. So by rejection, my sense is both C and D should be right. But let's double check. D makes sense. You're tripling the values. 3 times 3 is 9, 6 times 3 is 18, 9 times 3 is 27. So D is there. And what do we have here? For 1, you have 6. Okay, so C doesn't look right. Interesting. C doesn't look right. This is X and this is Y. It says choose two answers. Am I missing something? Oh, we have an E option. Very interesting. E is 5 times the... Awesome. Usually you have 4 options, so you don't scroll down, but thankfully we have one more option. 5 times 3 is 15, 7 times 3 is 21. Okay, D and E, good to go. Moving on. Some decimal subtraction. It's not so hard. 15.2 minus 11.9. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to write these numbers down, and then let's go from right to left. So you can't subtract 9 from 2, so you'll take 1 carry over from 5. You have 4 there, and then you have 12 here. 12 minus 9 is 3. 4 minus 1, you get 3, and then 1 minus 1 is 0. But don't forget the decimal. After the from right, one digit to the left, you have a decimal. Your answer is 3.3, roughly something more than 3, which is also a good check. You have something around 15 and you have something around 12, so you'll get something around 3. Yep. Okay, a word problem. The Gogo uploads 3 videos on his channel every month. Good for you, the Gogo. Each video averages 15 minutes in length and gets an average of 150,000 new views. Amazing. The average ratio of likes to views of the Gogo's videos is 1:5. So if we have one of them, if you know how many views you have, you can figure out how many likes it gets using that ratio. The Gogo wants to reach a total of 9 million views on his channel. Okay, that's a lot of information. What do we want to do? Assuming these rates continue, for how many months does the Gogo need to upload videos to get to 9 million views? It's just a view, so why are they giving us a like to view ratio? I think that's not required. All we need to know is how many views does a video get. So how many videos do we need? 9 million views. Each video averages 15 minutes. We don't need that 15-minute length as well, and gets an average of 150,000 new views. So we are concerned about the number of views here. 9 million views. One video gives you 150,000 new views. So 9,000,000, that's the number of views you want. And per video, for one video, you get 150,000. So if you divide 9 million by 150,000, you'll get number of videos required. Let's do that. You cancel all the zeros, most zeros, 4 zeros, and then you get 900 by 15. So 90 is 6 times 15. So the answer is 60. That's 60 videos. Now the question is, for how many months do we keep uploading? So for 1 month, in 1 month you upload 3, and you want to upload 60 videos. So again, divide 60 by 3, you get 20 months. So for 20 whole months, the Gogo would be uploading videos. That's way less than what Sal does. 20 months? Okay, done. Moving on. Which expressions match the following number line? Okay, what are we doing here? We are saying 3/8, and we are adding 3. We are jumping basically from 0 to 3/8, and then from 3/8 to 6/8. So let's see. We're doubling 3/8. That's one. We're adding 3/8 to 3/8. That's another one. A is not true. D also does not make sense. We are not multiplying 8. We're not we're not multiplying 2/3 by 8. So it's clearly not the case. Okay. Onwards. 8 times 2 is 2 times 8. That's Thanks for this. Which equation best shows that 48 is a multiple of 3? Well, 48 is a multiple of 3, but let's see. Choose one answer. 48 is a multiple of 3. First one says 144 is a multiple of 3. 3 times 48, which is not what this means. We want 48 to be written as 3 times something. Option B is okay. Option B makes sense. 3 is what you get if you divide 48 by 16. This means 3 is a factor of 48, and this means 48 is a multiple of 3. So with that logic, I think B option makes sense. C is a subtraction one, D is an addition one, so that's not what we're looking for. Let's move on. Which point is at 4 by 3 on the number line? 4 by 3, very colorful points. This is on 1. This is less than 1. 4 by 3 is more than 1. So option B should be right by rejection, but let's see. This is 1/3, 1/3, 1/3, and another 1/3. So 4 1/3s. Option B makes sense. Casey types at a constant speed as shown in the following table. So this is words typed, and this is the time it words typed and number of seconds it takes for her to type this. What does 5 mean in this situation? Casey types 5 words per second. No, that's not what this means. Casey takes 5 seconds to type one word. Casey takes 5 words per minute. Nope. Casey takes 5 seconds to type a word. Yes, option C. Without using a calculator, fill in the blanks with 2 consecutive integers to complete the following inequality. Square root of 56, where would that lie? We need integers here. So 56 is not a perfect square, but let's look at close perfect squares. Something above 56, something more than 56 is 64, very close to 56. And if you look in 40s, you have 49. These are the closest perfect squares to 56. 49 has a square root of 7 and 64 has a square root of 8. So 56 lies between square root of 56 lies between 7 and 8. That's what I'm going to put here. Awesome. Make each expression to its match each expression to its exponential form. 5 to the 4th power, 5, 5, 5, 5. That's already matched. 5 to the 3rd power. That's not 4. That's 125. 5 times 5 is 25. Times 5 is 125. So it's 125. 4 to the 5th power. That's 4 times 4 times 4 times 4 times 4, which is you take 5 4s and then you multiply all of them together. That's what you get. So good to go. 7 times 6 is 5 6s plus how many 6s? Oh, so 7 6s is 5 6s plus 2 6s. And 2 6s is 12. So 5 6s is 5 times 6, that's 30. And 30 plus 12 is 42. Nice. Which of the following are greater than 1.27? Okay. One is a number line, the other one are, okay. I see what they're doing here. Which of these numbers are greater than 1.27? So here's the number on the number line. Let's see where it is. This is somewhere in between 1 and 2. And is it more than 1.5? I think it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 cuts here. So, and this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sixth cut. So this is 1.6. It's clearly more than 1.27. 1 and 7 hundredths. Hundredths is 0.07, and you add 1 to it. That's 1.07. That's not more than 1.27. So B is out. 27 tenths. So that's 27 times 1 by 10, which is 2.7. That's way more than 1.27. Next. Rack the cards to create a number that matches these rules. The number ends in the 10th place. 20 is the nearest 10 when rounding. Okay, this is very interesting. Love this question. The number ends in the 10th place. So we need a decimal here, right here, because we need a number that ends in the 10th place. 20 is the nearest 10 when rounding. So that's the tricky part. So we need a number that when rounded gives 20. Can't be 46. That will give me 50. So the number should be around between 15 and 25. And I think you can use this 1 here because you don't have 2s. You can't use 4, you should use 6. You need to round up to 20. 16.4 when rounded gives me 20. I'm going to go with 16.4. Note that I'm not going with 14.6 because this will round back to 10. So 16.4. Yep. I think a few more. Express this number in standard form. This is 2.456 times 10 to the power 11. This means that you multiply this 2.456 by 10 11 times. So you're basically moving the decimal 11 digits to the right. Let's do this. I'm going to put point for now, 2.456. And then I'm going to add a couple of zeros. In fact, let's not do that. Let's start moving the decimal place. So you get rid of that, you move it 1, 2, 3 places, and then you add 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's where your decimal point is, and you don't need to put the decimal point, you don't need to put the 0, you get the number here. That's a very large number. It's 2.456 times 10 to the power 11, and that's the correct answer. Plot 5 by 8. So 1/8 times 5, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because each of them is 1/8. You have 8 cuts here. Plot 5/6. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you move it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5/6. Use the number and above to compare 5/8 and 5/6. So how do you compare this? So they both start at 0 and they both end at 1. 8 by 8 is 1, 6 by 6 is 1. And if you can see that the lower number 5 by 6 is actually greater. This is closer to 1. So this is greater. I'll say that 5/6 is greater than 5/8, or 5/8 is less than 5/6. Am I right? I think so. Yeah. Rewrite the fraction as a decimal. So division problem. 94 by 5. The way I like to do it is I basically simplify this as 90 plus 4, and you divide both of them by 5. 90 by 5 is 90 is divided by 5. You get 5 times how much? Let's do it. 1, 4 and 0 is 8. You get 18 plus 4/5, and 4/5 is 0.8. So you get 18.8. 18.8. Awesome. Multiply. 3 by 7 times 2. So convert this to a improper fraction first. 3 times 7 is 21. 21 plus 3 is 24. 24 by 7 times 2. 24 times 2 is 48. Not going to make that mistake again. 48 by 7 is my answer. 48 by 7. Okay, another word problem. Natasha and her 2 dogs were walking on a perfectly straight road when her 2 dogs ran away from her in opposite directions. Okay, she's in the middle, not in the middle, she's in the center, and one dog moves to the right, the other one moves to the left. Her beagle is now 25 by 4 meters directed to her right, and her Labrador is 51 by 20 meters directed to the left. So this distance towards the right is 25 by 4, and I'm using the word distance here, and the other distance is 51 by 20 to the left. Which of the following expressions represent how far apart the 2 dogs are? So if you look at it, the dogs are farther away. One is towards the right, the other one is towards the left. If you want to figure out the distance between the dogs, you add these 2 distances. That's how I'm thinking about it. But let's see what the options are. Option A says minus 51 by 20. So they're using the sign notation. Let's say the right side is plus and the left side is minus. If you want to figure out the distance between the two, you take the absolute value of the coordinates of these 2 points. So beagle will be at 25 by 4. That's 1 point. And Labrador will be at minus 51 by 20. Why minus? Because you're assuming that you're at the center, you're at the 0. So 25 by 4 is towards the right. Minus, because you're taking the difference. And the other position is minus 51 by 20. So option B looks right, not option A. In option A, you have both distances as both coordinates as negative. Both can't be negative. One is to the right, the other one is to the left. So B makes sense. Which of the following place value tables shows 15,690? So in 10,000 position, you have 1, and then you have 5 in the 1,000 position, and then you have 6. Okay, not 9, but 6. Option A goes out. Option B you have 0, 1, 5, 6, 9, 0. 15,690. I think B makes sense. Let's see C as well. 1, 5, 6, 9. There's no 0. I think there's something wrong with this one. I'm going to go with B. Nick compared 3/4 and 9/8 by first comparing each fraction to 1, which is a perfectly valid thing to do. Step 1, 3/4 is less than 1. Thing makes sense. 3/4 is less than 4/4, which is a 1. 9/8 is greater than 1. That also makes sense. 8/8 is 1. 9/8 is more than 1. So 3/4 is less than 9/8. In which step did Nick made his first? Nick did not make a mistake. 3/4 is less than 1, and 9/8 is greater than 1. So 3/4 should be less than 9/8. Oh, Nick did not make a mistake. You're tricking us. This is a unit cube. You have, what is the volume of the rectangular prism? So unit means 1, and a unit cube means length, breadth, and height. All three dimensions are equal to 1. So basically, this is a very uniform 3-dimensional figure, and its volume will be side times side times side, which is 1 times 1 times 1, which is 1 unit cube. What is the volume of the rectangular prism? So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 unit cubes. So the answer is 8 cubic units. Okay, 2 more to go. A teacher buys packs of notebooks to give to his students. Okay, the ratio of gold notebooks to red notebooks is represented in the tape diagram. So you have more gold and less red. And what's the ratio? The ratio is 5:3, which means for every 5 gold books, you have 3 red books. Based on the ratio, what is the number of gold books when there are 24 red notebooks? Okay. So for 3 red notebooks, for 3R, you have 5 gold. So for 24 red, so you're multiplying 3 by how much? 8. So you're multiplying 3 by 8 to get 24, and you'll multiply 5 gold by 8 as well, because you're having these many copies of what you're seeing on the screen. 5 times 8 is 40 gold. That's going to be your answer. So 3 reds, and so 3 reds and 5 golds. 6 red means 10 golds, you're doubling it. 9 reds means 15 golds, you're tripling it. And using the same logic, if you multiply the number of red notebooks by 8, you get 24. So you'll multiply the gold notebooks by 8 as well. 5 times 8 is 40. You'll get 40 gold notebooks. Last one. Choose the equation represented by the following number line. This is 1, 2, 3 jumps. You moved. Okay, what are these numbers? This is 1. The second jump is at 1. The first jump is at 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 cuts, so 1/4. So you move from 1/4. You're adding these 3 numbers. Awesome. That's what you're doing. I can see in the options as well. So this is 1/4. One of the things is 1/4. And then what is this? This is 1, 2, and 3. That's 3/4. And then same thing continues. This is 1 and 2. So 2/4. So 1/4 plus 3/4 plus 2/4. This is 1/4 plus 3/4 plus 2/4. 4 is in the denominator. 1 plus 2 plus 3 is 6. So 6/4. Option B makes sense to me. Option A is 1. Nope, not 1. 1/3, not 1/2. Okay, this doesn't make sense. 1/6. I don't know where they're coming up with this 6. I'll go with option B. And nice work. Let's see. Okay, I got a lot of them correct. 29 by 30 correct. That's I think that's good. I think we got one wrong. The rest of them correct. I'm going to click done, and I'm going to click stop recording.